2025, a year that broke me, a year that rebuilt me, and a year that reminded me that I am deeply and truly held by God. Where to even begin? Let me address the elephant in the room. This year, I lost my mom. Nothing prepares you for that kind of grief. There were days I woke up feeling empty, and days I didn't know how to breathe. There were days I felt like I had no strength left. But losing her taught me something. Life is short. As we sorted through my mom's clothes, I felt numb, scared, alone, and embarrassed. For a long time, I felt so embarrassed. I couldn't ever pick or choose anything. When we were asked at the end of the funeral to pick items from her closet, I just couldn't bring myself to do it. It was too hard of an ask from me. It was in those moments when I saw all her clothes laying there that I decided that I want to live my life. I want to have a life full of purpose, full of meaning, full of laughter and joy. As I take you through all the items that I picked from her closet, most of which I really got when she was alive, because like I said, it was a very hard ask from me. We just buried her, and then you're expecting me to pick items from her clothes. How is this even normal? There were a lot of new pieces, a lot of clothing items that I didn't know, a lot of things that I didn't even know she had, and it showed me that for a time there she stopped living. There must have come a time in her life where she just ceased to exist, and it was before the illness. All this to say, I'm really hopeful for the new year, and I'm hopeful to live an authentic life, to live a life where I'm not saving up my clothes. Every day is an occasion. This particular dress, I picked it because I wanted to repurpose it. A lot of items I just picked and I thought, wow. A lot of items that I have were meaningful, like this blanket. It holds a significant meaning. I know the story behind it. That is what I wanted. I've also decided that each and every month on the 18th, I am going to celebrate that woman. Her birthdays are going to become a special occasion for me because I don't know, I never expected the loss to be so much and so unbearable. Thank you, my loves, for tuning in. This is just a recap video, basically a recap of my year before we get on to the amazing holiday festivities. I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope that you get to learn a thing or two from how I carried on this year. I didn't take anything, a lot of things from the Queen's closet. This scarf was in fact one of the things that I grabbed simply because I was overwhelmed. But whenever they said that you guys can go and choose whatever it is you want, I went ahead and grabbed this. It was just sitting by her bedside table. I haven't checked inside it to check what is inside it, so let's go ahead and open it up together. Okay. The nurse and community health. So nursey. Daily readings from every day of Friday. 90 devotions to be happier, 7 days a week. Wow. To my most loving mother, you are appreciated, Mr. and Mrs. Ofenze. So she got this as a gift from my sister. She highlighted, your smile is your most powerful tool for influencing others in a positive way. That's true. I look forward to using that. I remember this. This was from me. My queen. I wrote to her, Mom, you have always been the best. All I ever needed and more was provided. All I asked for, I got. I got it from God through you. Your love and compassion, including the faith for your God, has shown me always that God is the way and the light. You raised me up in church to know God, to know that for Him only do I live. For I present you with this book, Woman of Faith, as a token of appreciation for all the Christmases that you were there for me and guided me to His doorstep. Every day you amaze me because your love for God is renewed each day, and I see that your love for God is greater each day. You are indeed after God's heart, and you have got God's heart. This Christmas and forever, I love you. I love that I gave her this particular devotion. And I love the message that I wrote to her. I see something she highlighted. Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord shall be praised. Another one, I have learned to be content whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do everything through Him who gives me strength. Philippians. Wow, I'm so glad that I gifted her this. Even though it was many moons ago, I'm so glad that I got the opportunity to tell her just how much I love her while she was alive. And then we have something by David Oyedepo. And then lastly, we have, whoa, Difila Bible. Wow. Bible. This was her handwriting. She highlighted a lot. This is a Tswana. Okay. I did not expect this. And she wrote Horata Sobani. This was so her handwriting. Oh man, this is amazing. Kobamelo. Oh, this is our hymnal from our church, UCCSA. As you already seen, she had the blanket, Kobamelo. This is the worship book. And then, what do we have? Oh, Stikarasa 3G Ministries. We also have a booklet from 3G Ministries and a journal. It's my first time opening this Power of Prayer. I don't think she ever wrote her thoughts. Message from Pope Francis. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting any sort of secrets or anything like that. Key numbers. Yeah. Tabusome. Yeah. Definitely Good Friday. I'm definitely not getting any secrets. This was my mom's scarf. It is one of the few things that I managed to grab on the day of the departing after the funeral. Yeah, that happened in June, but I feel like that was the remainder of my year, so I don't need to recap the remainder of my year. Now let's go to the beginning of the year. February. Okay, Jan. I'm traveling from Serwe, my home village. I'm with my mom, my niece, and my son. And then we stop at this particular place. And then I see this guy. I don't know who he is, but I can see he looks very familiar. I can't quite place where I know him from. And then he comes up to me and he's like, oh, hey, how are you? I'm like, I'm great. And he's like, what are you doing? And then he starts telling me about himself and what he does, and then I tell him that I'm unemployed. I tell him what I've studied, and then he says, oh, I'm actually starting up a company, and I need help with like documents and HR stuff. And I'm like, oh, I'm the key person that could actually help you. Great. We exchanged numbers and that was it. We agreed to meet on Monday. Great. And then when I get home, I tell my husband and I'm Googling. Like, the only thing that I could check was he sent me an email confirming that we're meeting. So I had the company name, so I went on to SIPA to check who the company is registered under. That is when I found out who he is, and I was like, oh, this person, I know this person from university. So I was actually quite happy because his sister was actually best friend with one of my very close friends' sister. Yeah, like sisters connect. Yeah, so I was like, his basically family, because me and that friend are really close. I go for the meeting. I was not expecting this. This, I can say, was the year that I learned to say no. I learned to say, okay, this is not for me. Even though I have stayed in situations that I really shouldn't have stayed in, and some I have stayed longer than I thought I would. But we learn as we go. I get there and I meet with his admin staff, and she's quite surprised that he's doing interviews. I should have clocked it, but the offices were very elaborate, big, nice, So to me, I was like, oh, okay, welcome, mama, to your office. And then when we talk later on the phone, I should have also clocked it when he wasn't there for the meeting. He's like, no, it's fine, just meet my administrator. Child, was I not shocked? He tells me that I'm going to be the cleaner, clean the toilets, be his coffee lady, his secretary, his receptionist. Basically, I'm going to be doing everything with the admin lady, together with the HR staff. That's not... And the salary, basically no salary. It's like... Anyway, that was awkward. Honestly, that was awkward. Next up, a friend of mine calls me up and she says, there's an opportunity for you, a job opportunity. Can you go meet so-and-so, this type of person? This is Feb now. I go meet up with this person and I'm excited. The establishment is good. Guys, you have nice establishments. I should hand it over to you. It's big. I'm just blown away. Salary. Come on, guys. Basically, these salaries are non-existent. It's like 4,000 or less. 4,000 pula or less. And this is like a full-on 7:30 to 4:30 kind of a job. I don't want to mention industries, but big institutions. And they're like, no, we're just starting up and I'm like, nope, no thank you, this is not for me. I went there for a week, and after a week I was like, nope, I'm not coming back here, because you can already clock it. You can already clock that it's toxic. The next one was another establishment. I was just there for a day. And I was like, no thank you. And then there's another one. I was also there for a day. Are you clocking that? Okay, it was the cleaner job, and then this one. These are, mind you, 4 different establishments, big establishments. Yeah. And then... So basically that's it. Like the employment industry, I know somebody will be like, no, just go back, guys. Consider things like fuel, lunch, your energy, and nope, I'm not taking anything less. I'm not taking 4,000, guys. 4,000, no. I'm a master's degree holder. No, hell no. I know I may have settled to a place that was like 4K, but I don't know. I have no excuses, but for experience sake, I think like choose your battles. So basically that was it. Me just trying different jobs this year. That was my whole entire year. And it kept on getting worse and worse and worse. We moved 3 times, my family and I. Oh my goodness. We are settled now, back to our house, our home, which is the bottom line. Yeah, that was it. This was such a crazy year. It just kept on getting worse and worse and worse. Things just kept going down, down, down. Basically, I just wanted to say this has been my year. It's been so crazy. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I have been trying to reroute and rebuild my life this whole entire year, and you guys came along the journey with me. There have been some positives. I started walking the GGC 5K, that is Gaborone Golf Club 5 kilometer run walk, or whatever you have it. Every Monday from 5:30. I met amazing people. I managed to connect with One and Ray, and it's been great. I joined the Yellow Giraffe Run Club, which is also amazing. I joined the Wisdom and Wellness community, which has been amazing. I started therapy with Dr. Mpele and MRI, which is good. I think I mentioned it in a previous video that I think I wasn't ready for therapy. I'm definitely looking forward to continuing therapy in the next year. And with the Wisdom and Wellness community, I did coaching with Coach Veronica Mpati, Growing and Being. And yeah, I also did coaching with Nonu for Jesse. I really did a whole lot of things that, were sort of, I can say, fed into self. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, those things really were growth. I think they kept me afloat. Definitely went to church more. Definitely my level of prayer was raised, my standard of prayer, and I'm so grateful for that. And I managed to have self-reflections, which was good, and I made great connections this year. My relationships grew in amazing ways. In my friendships, I was there for my friends more, and they were there for me more. My friends really poured into me. There are days where I felt so low, so suicidal, and I get a random call from my friend, either Cookie. I remember this particular day. That day I was done. I think as the days progressed and I was like, my goodness, my mom is really gone, the more I didn't want to wake up in the morning. And then I received this call from my friend Cookie, and then she told me about her friend who passed away after her husband's passing. And then she's like, my friend, I love you, and I know that your mom's passing really affected you. I want you to continue living because I want you to live. And honestly speaking, I was done. I've never been a suicidal person, but this year, more often than not, I contemplated that thought a lot. Therapy also helped. Anyway, after that conversation with Cookie, I went to sleep, and then I had a dream. I was with my mom, and it was so peaceful. And in the dream, I was like, this is what it feels like to be dead. It's peaceful. And in therapy, one of the things that I had mentioned kept me going was my son. And sometimes not even the thought of him could keep me alive. So when I had that dream and it was so peaceful in my death, I woke up and I'm like, my mom is at peace. And then my friend's conversation came to mind, and she said, I know you don't want to keep on living, but please live. And I was like, I'm gone, I'm dead. And in that moment, I just made a decision that I'll try, no matter how hard it is, I'll really try to keep on living. So my friends really, really poured into me. All of them, I can't mention all my friends' names, but they all poured into me. I remember the time when Ludo's wedding came, and I felt like I was kind of anxious because after I lost my mom, the wedding was coming up. So, she had given me some roles and responsibilities to, do in the wedding. And I remember thinking, I hope that my friend won't exclude me and think that, she needs space to heal, and then she excludes me from, her wedding planning and everything. But then she really included me, like every single decision, like she ran it by me. And I was really, and it really kept me going, because for the most part my mind was very idle, so it really kept me going. And I remember I felt so loved. Her whole family, everyone was there, and I felt like they were so gracious towards me, and I really, really appreciated that. And I didn't even have to say it. I didn't even have to tell her that please don't exclude me. So that also kept me going. So there are certain things that my friends will do that would just keep me going until it feels like a fight. It feels like you are fighting to stay alive. So they're just things that daily will keep you going. Yeah, things like that. I remember when Lana got me this other coloring book. Lana had also gotten me a coloring book, and those coloring books, they just keep my mind so occupied. And yeah, stuff like that. And I joined a book club, so things like that, like reading kept me really, really occupied. Yeah, so that was the year. It just kept on going. And now we're here at the end of the year. The surprising part is I feel so hopeful. I'm so hopeful for the following year. I'm hopeful to continue living. It's hard. It's really hard. Daily when I wake up, I tell my husband, I can't believe God has given me the opportunity to be awake. It's really hard. I never thought navigating through loss would feel like this. I never really wanted to talk about my grieving journey, because it's still a work in process. So yeah, I'm hopeful for the future. I'm hopeful for a good paying job. Next year, I'm praying and believing God that it is my year of yes. In fact, I want to buy that book by Shonda Rhimes, Year of Yes, because I'm really trusting and believing God for better days. I'm really trusting and believing God. You're not alone, child of God. You are not alone. God is with you. I love you. Let's enjoy the rest of the December festivities together, and let's enjoy December on a light note. It's your girl, Princess Lily M. Thank you for tuning in. I love you.